Hey everybody, it's me Gambit896 and I'm back with another video for you guys. Today I'll be reviewing I, Vampire, Volume 2, Rise of the Vampires. The series is written by Joshua Hale Fialkov and illustrated by Andrew Sorrentino, and this is published by DC Comics under their New 52. And the second trade collects issues 7 and 8 of Justice League Dark and issues 7 through 12 of the I, Vampire series. So the story starts out and we have events picking up right from the events of the first story arc, which I've also reviewed on my channel. If you haven't checked out my review of I, Vampire Volume 1 Tainted Love, I'll put a link below in the description to that review video so you can check it out. So the story starts out with our Justice League Dark team consisting of Zatanna, Madame Xanadu, John Constantine, Deadman, Shade the Changing Man, all basically fighting in this war against Kane, who is the primordial first vampire within the DC universe. And in Justice League Dark issue 7 and 8 we have a new artist filling in for Mikhail Janin, who did the artwork on the first 6 issues of that series, named Daniel Sempia. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. But Sempia does a really good job at filling in for Mikhail Janin, in all honesty. But I will say that I do miss Mikhail Janin on the artwork on Justice League Dark. And so we have Madame Xanadu sending John Constantine and Deadman to bring back Andrew Bennett in order to stop Kane from taking over the world with his army of vampires. And here we see Andrew Bennett in the In-Between. If you want to know where the In-Between is, then you'll have to pick up Volume 1 and read it, and then pick up Volume 2. The In-Between is kind of a limbo, essentially. Mixed into the fray, we have our two supporting characters from the last story arc, Professor John Troughton, who's Andrew Bennett's best friend, and Tig, a teenage traumatized vampire slayer. This is a really good double page spread of, once again, more fantastic artwork from Andrea Sorrentino. And once again we have Marcelo Maiolo doing the inks for Sorrentino's artwork, as you can see there and there. There's a lot of really great action scenes in this, and there's also some really cool story reveals towards the end. We also have some really cool utilization and usage of the panel layouts by Andrea Sorrentino. Like here, for example, where we have some flashbacks and some history on Kane and Andrew Bennett. Well, primarily on Kane and his history, and also how Andrew Bennett ties into to Kane's history, as you can see there and there. These particular set of panels you might not be able to see, but the panels kind of they flow in a straight line across the page. Once you've got the second trade in your hands, you can probably tell the difference in the panel layouts on those pages. There's also some really great, again, ill-timed humour moments from Josh Fialkov, particularly from Mary, Queen of Blood of all people. She says, hey, come on guys, we had like a whole plan. You're just eating people. It's really simple. Hello? I'm your queen. You're supposed to be listening to me. Which I thought was really funny. And again, we have some really cool story reveals with Mary actually going over to the good guys in lines of the story. And once again, I'll show you another really cool double page spread of Andrea Sorrentino's artwork, as you can see there and there. Like I said, there's a really cool battle scene between the Justice League Dark members and Kane and his army of vampires. I'll just show you, here we see John Constantine and Deadman paying a visit to Andrew Bennett in limbo, as you can see there. Again, more really good artwork from Daniel Sampier, I hope, or Sampier, sorry, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Sampere, however you choose to pronounce that. And so we have one of our Justice League Dark team members actually leaving at the end of issue 8 of Justice League Dark. And then once we get to issue 8 of I, Vampire, again, I'll just show you some really cool usage of the panels on the part of Andrea Sorrentino, particularly in this double page spread here, as you can see there and there. There's some really cool supernatural magic battles with Andrew Bennett and Kane. Andrew's just come back all kind of magic-y and born-again vampire-y, which is kind of just a really cool story moment within the issues 7 through 12. Once again, more really cool uses of the panels, as you can see there and there. There's some really cool dialogue moments between John Constantine and Andrew Bennett once the matter of Kane has been tied up. Once again, more great uses of the panels, particularly in this double page spread of a conversation between Professor John Troughton and Andrew Bennett, as you can see there and there. There's a really cool plot twist at the end of issue 8, and then with issue 9 we have the introduction of the Van Helsings, which are a really badass order of vampire hunters. There's also some really great character moments, particularly for Andrew Bennett, in issue 8 of Justice League Dark, before he comes back. There's also some really cool moments for between him rewriting the rules, and also challenges to his authority in the desert in Utah, where he himself, Mary Queen of Blood, and their army have all set up shop. There's also some really cool pop culture references to vampires, again on the part of Josh Fialkov. There's some really great epic fight scenes, particularly between Andrew and Mary, as you can see. See if I can find you the page. Here we are. Once again, more fantastic artwork and inking from Andrea Sorrentino and Marcelo Maiolo, as you can see there and there. And then with issues 10 through 12, we have a pretty epic battle between the vampires and the Van Helsings. There's a lot of really great action scenes, and there's some more great character moments for Andrew Bennett, which I'll get onto in a moment, as you can see there. Like I said, there's a really great load of action scenes in this battle. Let me see if I can find you another example of another double page spread. Just bear with me 1 second, guys. Here we are. Once again, here's another spread, as you can see there and there. There's also a really like awesome moment between Andrew Bennett and the leader of the Van Helsings, when Andrew apparently learns that Tig and John Troughton have blown up in a plane which the Van Helsings had rigged to blow up with a bomb. Andrew just looks at the guy and then just tears his arm off, and then starts to dismember the guy, and then he puts him back together using his newfound magic abilities. And then when John initially confronts Andrew and says, you know, this isn't you, this isn't who you are. And then not only does John Troughton chop the guy's head off, but then the guy gets up again because they wear these mystic magic powered necklaces, and Tig just says to Andrew, watch out, and then she just schwack and just chops the guy's torso off. I'm just like, okay, that's pretty awesome, as you can see in the third or fourth panel on this page of artwork, just there. Hopefully you guys can see that. Again, this is just another fantastic installment of the iVampire series. We have some members of the Stormwatch team show up at the end of this. And again, the ending is another completely out of left field. I really didn't see some of the ending story beats coming, and I'm really interested in reading more of the series. Again, I'll just show you some more examples of some of the inventive panel layouts by Andrea Sorrentino, as you can see there and there. This isn't a spoiler. Tig doesn't die, but she does get her ass kicked by Andrew Bennett towards the end when she's been infected by the Van Helsings. The only bad thing I have to say about this series is I don't have volume 3, and including the Zero issue, which will be Andrew Bennett's origin and backstory of how he was turned into a vampire. Including the Zero issue, there's only 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18. There's only 8 more issues left, because unfortunately, including the Zero issue, because the series will be getting cancelled with issue 19, unfortunately. So I'm doubly, because this series is so good, particularly this second volume, and like I said, I don't have volume 3, and I'm really sad that the series has been cancelled, because it's just such a fantastic series by both Josh Fialkov from a writing standpoint, and Andrea Sorrentino and Marcelo Maiolo from an artwork standpoint. So like I said, the writing by Josh Fialkov is absolutely fantastic. Equally on par is Andrea Sorrentino's artwork. If you're a fan of the previous volume, if you're a fan of Josh Fialkov's writing, or Andrea Sorrentino's artwork, who's now doing the artwork on Green Arrow with Jeff Lemire, again under DC's New 52, or if you're a fan of horror comics, or vampires, or if you're a fan of the original iVampire series by J.M. DeMatteis and Tom Sutton, then I definitely say the new series is well worth checking out. If I had to give the second volume a rating, I'd give it a 5 out of 5, and I highly recommend it. And that about concludes this review video, guys. Thank you everybody for watching. Hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. As always, feel free to leave a comment below in the comment section. If you're new, please feel free to subscribe. And until next time, this is Scambit896 signing off, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care, guys.